Welcome back to The Historian. Today, we're diving into one of the bloodiest and most significant battles of the American Civil War, the Battle of Antietam. Let's get started. Setting the stage, a turning point in the war. It's September 1862, and the American Civil War is raging. General Robert E. Lee, leading the Confederate Army, decides to take the fight into Union territory. His plan: invade Maryland, win a decisive victory, and maybe even convince Europe to join the Confederate cause. Hey, General Lee, why take the fight to Maryland? Because sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and maybe some fresh crab cakes. Meanwhile, Union General George McClellan, known for his cautious tactics and impeccable beard grooming, is given the task of stopping Lee's advance. General McClellan, how do you plan to stop Lee? Slowly, carefully, and with a whole lot of soldiers. The Lost Order, the war's worst, kept secret. Before the battle even begins, Lee's plan hits a snag. Special Order 191, detailing his movements, is accidentally dropped by a Confederate officer and discovered by Union troops. Talk about a plot twist. Hey, what's this paper we found? Looks like Lee's battle plans. Is this a trap or just really bad luck? McClellan now knows exactly where Lee is headed, but true to form, he hesitates. Despite having the upper hand, McClellan decides to take his time. It's a classic case of hurry up and wait. General McClellan, what's the holdup? Just making sure we're really ready. The battle begins. Morning chaos. The Battle of Antietam kicks off at dawn on September 17, 1862, near Sharpsburg, Maryland. The day begins with intense fighting in a cornfield that quickly earns the nickname, the Bloody Cornfield. Hey, why is it called the Bloody Cornfield? Because after this, no one's going to want corn for dinner. Union soldiers under General Joseph Hooker attack the Confederate left flank, but the fighting is fierce and bloody. Both sides exchange heavy fire, with neither gaining a significant advantage. General Hooker, how's the attack going? Great. If by great, you mean everyone's getting shot at. Midday mayhem, the sunken road. As the morning turns to midday, the fighting shifts to a sunken road that will soon be known as Bloody Lane. Confederate troops use the road as a natural trench, but Union forces eventually break through. Hey, what's that trench over there? That's Bloody Lane. You might want to avoid it, or not. Union soldiers fire down into the sunken road, turning it into a scene of carnage. Confederate soldiers hold their ground as long as they can, but the Union eventually forces a retreat. General Lee, any advice for your men? Hold the line, and if that doesn't work, run like you mean it. The afternoon attack. Burnside's Bridge. By the afternoon, the battle focuses on a small stone bridge over Antietam Creek, where Union General Ambrose Burnside's troops face a tough challenge. Confederate soldiers, dug in on high ground, rain down fire on the advancing Union forces. General Burnside, what's your plan for crossing that bridge? Charge, and hope they run out of bullets. After several failed attempts and heavy casualties, Burnside's men finally cross the bridge and push back the Confederates. But just when victory seems close, Confederate reinforcements arrive, forcing Burnside to hold his position. Looks like we crossed the bridge, but now what? Maybe we should have brought more boats. The aftermath. A Pyrrhic victory by nightfall. The battle ends with no clear victor. The Union Army technically wins because Lee's forces retreat the next day, but with over 22,000 casualties, it's the bloodiest single day in American history. General McClellan, how do you feel about the victory? Exhausted. Also, does anyone know where Lee went? President Abraham Lincoln, eager for a decisive victory, uses the battle as the momentum needed to issue the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. Though not the smashing victory he wanted, it's enough to keep the Union's spirits high and deter European powers from supporting the Confederacy. 4 and you know what? Just get ready for some big news. Legacy. The battle's impact. The Battle of Antietam is remembered as a turning point in the Civil War. It halted Lee's invasion of the North, gave Lincoln the confidence to take a bold step toward ending slavery, and showed the world that the Union still had fight left in it. Hey, General Lee, what did we learn from Antietam? Don't drop your plans, and don't underestimate the Union's resilience. So there you have it, folks. The story of the Battle of Antietam, a day of intense fighting, strategic blunders, and significant consequences. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more historical adventures. This is The Historian, signing off.